guys, and welcome back to Couch Critics. I'm Lamia.
And I'm Ruby, and today we're reviewing Die My Love.
Yes,
It's Jennifer
Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson's latest movie.
Yes, and it's an is it an A24 movie? I don't think so. I don't remember, but it's this indie movie about this couple whose uh, whose relationship kind of like goes downhill after they have a baby. And yeah, it's a very controversial movie. I've heard mixed
Yeah.
reviews about it. Most of the people that I know didn't like it, but I really liked it. I feel like it's a very original uh, movie. I haven't seen anything like this before, and also the topic of this movie is very important
Yeah.
because from my interpretation, it's a movie about postpartum. It's the whole movie is about Jennifer Lawrence's character going crazy after she has her baby, and you kind of like there's at no point in the movie they clearly say that it's because of postpartum. It's just kind of insinuated, and the madness kind of takes place slowly but surely, and it kind of like goes downhill. So yeah, I feel like even in real life, this is the kind of thing that happens
Yeah.
to a woman. She has a
Yeah.
baby, and unluckily, she could have postpartum depression, and people just assume that she's going crazy, but she's not. I mean, she's going crazy, but there's a reason behind it, and
Yeah.
it's so hard to understand why. And yeah,
I feel like people often forget how much of a twist it having a baby takes on a woman, especially
yeah,
with just biologically speaking, on in terms of hormones, the pain, everything that goes with it. It's just a lot, and then you have this tiny baby that you have to take care of after going through all of this. So it is really nice to
mm,
see movies talk about this.
totally. And also, I loved. I mean, love is a strong word, but I feel like there was a lot of nudity in this movie. We saw at many times Jennifer Lawrence naked, but for the first time, I feel like it was justified. She was struggling to like adjust to her body after she got a baby, and yeah, also her relationship with her. I don't know if they were married. No, they weren't married, but her relationship with Robert Pattinson's character kind of took a toll. They went from being this very magnetic couple who just like were kind of like always on each other to this couple who kind of like lived their life more separately and couldn't communicate clearly. And yeah, I haven't seen any movie that tackles this subject, and I feel like it's important.
Yeah.
It's a very educational, for educational purposes. Yeah.
Yeah. From the way you described it, I think it's a movie that couples should watch before having a baby.
Yeah, I feel like it's a movie that everyone should watch because I feel like it's such a big subject. Like I don't know if you heard about this, but I read on the news that there was this mom, and she was like a really good mom. Everyone in her neighborhood knew her and everything, and she had like two or three kids before having her fourth, and then she had postpartum depression, and she went and saw a psychologist, but like no one couldn't diagnose it, and like everyone kind of like told her that it's just hormones, it's just this is what happens when you have a baby. And even in this movie, like a lot of
Yeah.
people went to Jennifer Lawrence and told her, like this is the kind of thing that happens after having a baby. Like you kind of lose your mind a little bit, but then you get it back. But anyways, going back to the story that actually happened in real life, the woman who had her fourth baby one day snapped and she killed all of her kids and killed her. I don't know. She didn't kill herself. She's in jail. But
Okay.
when she was on trial, the doctors who diagnosed her said that it's postpartum depression.
Oh my
This
God.
is how big of a deal it is. And yeah, there is this gorgeous scene at the end where, spoiler alert, Jennifer Lawrence kind of like sets a forest on fire and just like um, goes into the flames and dies. I mean, it's up to interpretation to see if she
If she
dies, but
dies or
like
not, yeah.
she just like gets naked and go into the flame, and it just kind of shows how bad she was feeling. And like I feel like the whole scenery kind of showed this internal fight that was going in inside her. And
Yeah.
before she set everything on fire, she went to her back at the time husband, because like they did end up married in the movie, and she told him it's enough, like it's just enough. And during the entire movie you could see her like just ask herself, what could happen if I just open up the door when I'm in the car and the car is moving? What could end up if I just throw myself out of a window? What could happen if I just get naked at a party and
Yeah.
jumped in the pool? It's like your mind doesn't know when to stop, and
It's all
it's
the impulsive thoughts that,
yeah,
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 she could be getting. Wow. Yeah.
yeah, and yeah, it's extremely original, and I don't know how people could miss the point. I mean, I talked to a few people about it, and what came up is like you don't know where the movie's going,
Hmm.
and you kind of like hoping that it would start at a certain point, and you just see someone doing things without like any explanation. And she did have a great husband that supported her in like everything that she did and
Yeah.
never gave up on her, and actually did marry her even though she got crazier by the time. And she was a great mom, and so you don't see a reason for all of that madness. But yeah, there is a simple reason: is you're
Postpartum.
given life,
Yeah.
and your brain goes insane.
Yeah.
Your brain doesn't regulate.
And I love this because I also saw an interview with Jennifer Lawrence where she
Yeah.
talked about her personal experience with postpartum depression, and the way she described it, she said that she like I don't I don't remember exactly, but she said how it took a bigger toll on her with her second kid.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because you think that you have your first kid, and if you didn't get postpartum, it's just going to be okay with the other kids. And then you get postpartum with the second kid, and you just don't understand it because it's for the first time you're feeling this when you've already had a kid before. So it's just really nice that this movie is bringing awareness to
Mhm.
all of these aspects of
Yeah.
bringing life.
Mhm.
So yeah.
And the director is apparently a very known character. I think he's or her name is Lean Ramsey, and yeah, the movie is very beautiful. It's kind of bluish during the entire time, and it's just it's gorgeous. And the acting, I mean, you could totally forget very easily that it's Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson. To me, Jennifer Lawrence, I like watching her interviews just to laugh, like
Yeah.
because I was a big Hunger Games fan, and I would kind of like fangirl over her when I was a kid. So I
Yeah.
watched all of her interviews, and she's just like, to me, the original cool girl
Yes.
who's appreciated by everyone, and like whenever she says a joke, it lands perfectly, and
Hmm.
it doesn't look like she's trying. So to see her, and it's not the first time that we see her in like very
Serious.
heavy
Yeah.
roles, just to see her in a role that demands so much vulnerability, you know the word.
Vulnerability.
Exactly. And to see Robert Pattinson go from like, the hot guy in Twilight, and I don't, and like he's
Batman.
in Batman, to see him go from like the hot guy, like he's rolling Batman in Twilight, to this blue collar guy with a
Yeah.
simple job who ends up his day drinking, and like who's happy with his wife and his simple life, and like a normal dude, is very refreshing.
Do you see the similarities between Robert Pattinson's character in this movie and Andrew Garfield's character in We Live in Time? Because I feel like
Yeah.
they're very like they're these very supportive husbands
Mhm.
that are just there for their partner when their partner is going through whimsical of like experiences.
But I do feel like Andrew was kind of like more communicative, like he was more
Mm,
trying to understand.
yes.
Whereas Patrick's character, he just, he's a simple guy who doesn't really get what it's like to not feel good. But at the same time, even though like his knowledge is very limited towards, psychological difficulties, he's still trying. He just loves his wife, and he's trying the best that he can, but it's not what he does is not the right thing to do. Like, for example, he brought her a dog, and she couldn't stand the dog, so she shot the dog. And although he loved that dog, he didn't get mad at her.
Yeah.
So yeah, um it's really refreshing to see like those really award-winning actor like do roles that kind of are,
Resonates with
yeah,
everybody.
resonates with everyone. And it looks like a small budget movie. There weren't a lot of characters, so I feel like the budget went into
The
Robert and
payrolls.
Jennifer's salary, and they made it all worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad to see the movie not getting enough recognition. I saw Jennifer Lawrence saying this in an interview that, like, sometimes you pour your hearts into roles, and this
Mm,
movie did seem like a movie with a lot of, like, very demanding in terms of acting,
yeah.
and then people don't appreciate it and they don't get the message, and it's
Totally. Like I was
disappointing.
talking to you about it, and during when I went to watch this movie, it was the first time that I saw people sleeping. Someone next to me was full on snoring, and I was shocked because. But then it just hit in my head, it clicked in my head. I was like, this is what happens in real life. Like people don't understand, and then they miss the point
Yeah.
when they see someone struggling like that. And so, yeah, the movie is a mirror to actually what happens in real life. So it's perfectly made for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love that.
me too.
I think that sums it up for our review of Die My Love. Go check it out and let us know what you think.
And please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.